Toya Webb with Get Loved Up TV, and we are here with Keith Mitchell, and we're going to talk a little bit about meditation. So tell us, how did you get started with meditation?
Well, my 8th season playing, I was a linebacker, all-pro linebacker, and this time I was in Jacksonville. We were playing the Buffalo Bills, making a tackle. I made 1,000,000 times. After this particular tackle, I end up on my back, flat, in that posture we call Shavasana.
Oh no!
Right. So, and I couldn't get up, and so meditation really was learned to me in the hospital. I was taught conscious breathing, and what happens when you breathe, and building an intention with the academics of understanding what happens with you when you breathe, and that was my way that I saw of healing.
Right. Wow.
And I held on to that idea, and that was my practice every day.
That is amazing. And so, do you think the breath is what helped you heal the most?
Well, the breath, in this sense, our natural healing modality is the oxygen and blood flow. But equivalent to that is a mindset.
Yeah.
And again, the idea of healing has to be, the commitment has to be like, this is what's going to do it. I'm determined that I'm going to heal from this. Because it wasn't about would I walk again, it was about would I play again.
Right. And you didn't play after that, or was there like a period where you did come back, or what was the journey after that point?
Actually, for 2 months of just, I went through a certain period of paralysis, not being able to walk. For about 2 months, I went through highs and lows of that. Like my body was basically kind of defrosting, if you will, thawing out. And I actually played one game in November. The injury happened in September, so I played in November one game, and I realized after that I couldn't. I played one play, and I actually made a tackle.
Oh no!
But I realized that I had nothing left.
Right. It was painful.
Well, the painful thing was the identity,
right.
Because it was falling away, and I was trying to hold on to it because that's all I ever had given myself an opportunity to be on the planet as.
Right.
This identity, what was I to do? This is everything that I thought I was. And so through meditation, I was able to deal with the anxiety of dealing with that transition.
Right. And so you had to completely recreate yourself, basically.
Yes. Which is a very interesting dynamic when we talk about meditation, the mindset, creating your reality, and healing, finding alignment with the body, working with the body, relationship building with the body. So it goes into all these dynamics of how special this practice can be.
Oh yeah. Wow, that's amazing. So the breath helped you heal your body, but what about your career?
Well, my career as a football player was gone. Now, things of allowance of like me to develop into being a meditation teacher or a public speaker, things like that, those things I'm able to see progress. We've been from the White House doing meditations there to working and creating the Congressional Yoga Association, getting our Democrats and Republicans to meditate together before they go vote, doing a retreat that we do at the LA Coliseum here in LA for the community. So developing all these different avenues, it's been through my practice of just building myself and giving myself an opportunity to expand and grow. And this is why I say meditation is a self-development concept. It's a human growth concept.
Right. Yeah, that's beautiful. That's
Yeah.
really beautiful.
Yeah.
So what would you give, what tips would you give like a beginner who is dealing with a lot of stress or maybe not feeling worthy or injury even? What would you give them like to get started, just to get started with the meditation?
I would say don't think so much about it. Allow yourself, be patient with yourself. And the idea is to get and to find a peaceful state. Some people use music, some people like silence. And find your nice seated posture. Like, you can sit like this, you can have your legs out long, or you can be flat on your back. And just allow yourself to focus on the breath from the diaphragm, from the belly. On the inhale, the diaphragm pushes down, on the exhale, it pushes up. We take about 10,000 breaths a day. So we have 10,000 chances a day to heal ourselves. So that would be the first thing. Identify posture, identify an intention of what you want to create through this meditation.
Right.
Purpose. with this, and then an idea of surrendering, letting yourself be vulnerable.
Yeah.
In this space of vulnerability is our power, it's our strength, and recognize that it can be an ease. In a sense, it's so funny because I talk about with sports, football, the most violent game on the planet, in my opinion, but it's about 20% of brute force in this, and about 80% finesse. So allow yourself to really finesse into this and surrender into this. That'd be my third one.
So yeah, that's very powerful. I mean, I can definitely feel surrender. It's just being a beautiful thing in meditation.
Yeah, so the fourth tip would be an idea of just be the observer. Don't judge yourself. There's no, everyone's talking about, am I doing it right? Am I doing it wrong? Don't think about right or wrong. Just think about the time that you're giving yourself to nurture yourself, to build yourself, to recreate yourself, or whatever endeavor you have in your mind when you come into meditation. Focus on that.
Yeah, that's
right?
beautiful. Yes.
Yeah. And on the fifth tip, I would say, is as the mind is going, because it will, so much information that is taken in, allow yourself an opportunity to detach from the noise that is happening.
Right.
It may be a trigger to itch or a trigger to like, oh, I have something to do tomorrow. But don't allow yourself to think about that. Allow the if you will, like the ticker, like if you're watching the stock exchange and you see the ticker slide, observe it like such, but don't attach to it. Don't emotionally gravitate to it. But just watch it go by and just go back through your tips and start all over. Just until you go through it again, and just you'll find a space of just serenity.
That's beautiful. That's really beautiful. So that's a lot. I think that's a lot for people just starting to just like really embody, but those are some amazing tips. If you have any questions or comments about meditation, or if you want to leave some meditation tips yourself below, please do so. And thank you so much, Keith, for joining us today. And till next time, love yourself, love others, and love the planet. Get loved up. Namaste.